All right, everybody. Welcome back. It's the last WNL qualifier here of the year. Yes. Yes, still yes. See our cameraman trying to keep up with him, getting into the swing of it. Obstacle number 1 just about finished here. See Evan getting a little bit tangled up. Lining up for a dismount. On obstacle number 2, they're allowed that post. They're allowed all 3 of these bars. He is allowed the post there to his left. Help him on down. Now on to the rope trampoline post. Boom. See him get off to that dismount. Here's a better look at it. Move up to the jug. He's got jug, ring, dismount. Then he's going to head up into the air. See him slowly building up swing. These longer swings definitely zap energy more than the first dynamic moves in the course. He's probably got the momentum for it. Slight over. Lachey is able to hang on, no problem. Now another big move up to this golden ring here. Has to be a little bit tired by now probably. He's got these 3 gold rings to dismount, and he's clear. Zipping all along. He's a 3-minute time limit. Now he's going to have to transition down to the shelf hold, and then Lachey across to that yellow pumpkin-shaped hold before dismounting. It's definitely going to be one of the tougher obstacles in the course. Do you have any idea what his time's at? Point for that obstacle. However, it's all point-based. Just times out. Fantastic run out of Evan. Gets a high five from the judge. We are headed back down to the starting platform. Next, we'll get our cameraman into position here. Looks like he's giving us a view of Remy in the warm-up area. Jerry, I can't see what's happening. Levi make his way through, almost through obstacle number 1, and we're on to obstacle number 2. 90-degree bar traverse. just comes up short. The dismounts are definitely pretty tricky here. Luckily, it's point-based. Navigating around. Excellent. Picking up some points now, Levi Wiltsie. Moving on to another slightly more dynamic obstacle. Shay's up to the jug, catches it no problem. He's going to have to make his way to another jug and then the ring in a slight direction change before the dismount. Still looking pretty strong. Nice save, one-handed save on the ring. It's going to be awfully tricky to change directions and build momentum on the singular strap. But from the looks of it, he doesn't look too tired to complete it quite yet. Nice work so far out of Mr. Levi. On to the long swings. See, it has to be a little bit tired by now. Put in a lot of work, saving that previous obstacle. Certainly going to be a big move. It's a lot to ask this deep in the course. Build up swings on these long straps and withstand the catch. Still a nice try out of Levi. Moving on to the next obstacle. Just times out. Fantastic work out of Levi. Excellent save on the jug ring obstacle previously. Back down on the starting platform. Up next, we have Mrs. Jayla. There she is. Zipping through obstacle number 1. Lining up for a dismount. Jayla's on an advanced team here at Obstacle Academy. Definitely shows. You can see sort of the intention and intensity while she moves through. Obstacle 1 and 2, 0 issue. Obstacle 3. Setting up for her dismount, gets nice and high and just comes up short. You can see the feet slip. Maybe focused a little bit too much on height instead of distance. Still, it's all point-based. See her time just to the right of her name at the bottom. 10 obstacles. They have 3 minutes to do them. You can see the slight delay in the swings to change directions. It's a tell of an advanced athlete. Saw Evan complete this obstacle earlier. Massive, massive lâché to that blue bar to the left. Comes up a little bit short. Got a 90 seconds to finish everything else that she can. It's all point-based. Just a little bit short on the lâchés. Still plenty of obstacles left. Moving on to the cliffhanger boards. So she is allowed the post to her left. So this will be the first look at the premier obstacle. There's Jayla, looking like an experienced athlete. Looking like an experienced athlete. See, she's making the curves. See if we can get another angle of this. Nicely done. She takes down what's likely the crux obstacle of the course. You can see how happy the judge is to see that obstacle finally taken down. Jayla moving along to the angled balance beam. Just a couple of seconds left. Big jump. Makes it, and she's just gonna run out of time right before attempting the final obstacle. Fantastic work. See the Judge Skinnies. Judge Skinnies repping the shirt. Quality merch. Quality merchandise. Up next, we have on the starting platform, Nina Dunn. Nina, definitely one of our shorter athletes. So you're lining up this dismount. Dismounting comfortably, picks up the point. And moving on to the 90-degree bar laches. Navigating her way up the post. Yeah, Nina's one of our shorter athletes. She's only 6'2", 6'2". She's not allowed that. Post gets a warning from the judge. Let's see, she's lining up for a diagonal dismount here, so she is allowed that post. Any of the posts attached to the landing blocks, she's going to be able to use onto the block rope trampoline post. Setting up her swing, just barely makes it. It'll be a big jump for Nina. Ooh, she makes it with a bear hug. She opts to go chest first. She's fighting. She is fighting. She's getting some encouragement from the judges out there. Scrambling around, she wants to keep it, keeping those little feet up. Come on, Nina. She's gonna have to climb up higher and make this dismount or span out. Well, it's, and just barely comes down. It was a full body effort. At her size, that is a full body effort. Moving on to the double ring, jug, jug, ring. Navigating along. Going to be kind of a big upward movement here. She's down to about 1 minute left. Get as many points as she can. So each point on the course is going to be calculated based on how quickly and how many people have done it. So there's a difficulty score and a time score. Building up these swings, could probably just have time to attempt this last obstacle here for her obstacle number 6. This one's going to be pretty tricky. Just over 10 seconds left. Making our way onto the first couple of rings, moving on to the third, potentially reaching out. Just barely gonna time out. Great run out of Nina. Nice job. It's a high five from the judge. We are headed back to the starting platform. Let's see who we got next. Up next, we have Nina's brother, Christopher Dunn. Let's see our cameraman stumbling his way into position here. Mr. Christopher Dunn. Christopher lining up some swings, hopping into action here. Nice big comfortable dismount off obstacle number 1. Heading into obstacle number 2. Christopher's another advanced athlete, so he actually got to see, or he's on an elite team now. He got to see a couple of the advanced kids his old teammates run. So we'll see how his approach differs from the previous athletes. We gotta see some junior exposure, some intermediate exposure, some advanced exposure, and now we're gonna get to see what Mr. Christopher the Elite can do here. A little over 2 minutes. Pretty tough course. A lot of direction change early on. Then big movement, some new tech later on. Wheelchair tech. See how meta that becomes. Just over a minute and a half left. Just about halfway through the course, halfway through the time limit. See Christopher real comfortable doing a pretty early Lachey. Switching over to mixed grip. Might help on that thicker bar to build swing. Looks like he's trying to be as efficient as he can be here. Setting up for a dismount. Got a little over a minute. He's chalking up. Step pass, looks like he overshot, must have overshot the dismount, so we're not gonna get the point for that, but fortunately, rules are rules. Doesn't look tired, not one bit. We'll see if he's saved the energy to get through this one. So we gotta see. We saw Jayla complete it earlier. We're gonna see if Christopher has a new idea on how to do it. He's got it. He's looking awfully comfortable. He barely looks tired. Fantastic work out of Christopher. He made that one look easy. I remember in testing, it was not as easy. Your head judge out there actually failed it repeatedly. Christopher zipping on through. He might have time to just dive in. If he's quick, he might be able to just dive into this last obstacle. He's got just a second or two left here. 3, 2, and he's running out of time. What a great run out of Christopher. Unfortunately, dismounts, overshoots the dismount obstacle number 5. Otherwise, might have had another point or two. A great run out of Christopher and his sister Nina. Down on the starting platform now, we got Thomas Schlicht. It's like Thomas' coach is asking just a couple last-minute questions out of the judge. It's always best to be sure. Thomas looks like a Ninjas United jersey. To me, one of our neighbors. Not too distant neighbors. Thomas is running with intention here. He's moving quickly. One hand to the jugs. You can see him getting a head start on this direction change. Just slightly ahead of the previous athletes to this point. He's got 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Here building up these long swings. You can see how high he's kicking. To the diagonal bar. Diagonal bar to the jumbo rings. Building momentum as he goes. Trying to line this one up. It is another direction change. It's tough to tell on camera, but it's a direction change to the block. Not stopping to chalk up. Just diving right in. He's got 1 minute and 40 seconds. We could potentially, if this pace continues, could potentially see the first clear. Yeah, just undershoots the pumpkin. Maybe moving just a little bit too quick, maybe underlashade it. Still putting together a powerful run. He's got over 1 minute left, just a handful of obstacles left. See another direction change here. This one's pretty tricky to figure out. Cliffhangers down to the offset ring and then back over to the bar. The older age groups don't get the ring at all. Opting to just take the fall, doesn't want to burn any more energy, but we're going to see another, hopefully, takedown. I'm not sure we named this obstacle. Yeah, we could name it the Innovation, Ingenuity. Nice moves, picking up point after point. Looks like he jumped down off of the dismount platform, unfortunately. Once you're on the course, you are not off the course until you are finished or fall. So it looks like we're going to see the last obstacle at least completed. Dives into the buzzer. That's a great run out of Thomas. Just misses a point or two. Heading back over to the starting platform, and we have Sutton. Sutton's got a family of ninjas. She's been doing great in practice lately. She's got Coach Bryce there with her. Her dad, who also does ninja. She's got a little brother who does ninja, a big brother who does ninja. Sounds like she just came up short on the dismount. One of the trickiest parts, I think, of this course at this age group are the dismounts. It's the distance and the direction. Direction changes, the distances. See her trying to get some purchase with her feet. It's tempting to use your knees. Rubber on your shoes will be a little bit stickier on these posts. Traveling along. So she's allowed incidental on that post next to her. She's not allowed to use it to her advantage. You can see her, she's reaching. Gets a warning from the judge. I have to set up. She is allowed this post here. Controlled descent. See her get those legs on. Finally rests the hands. Been on the hands for a long time. Have to take a big breath. This one's tricky too. Immediately into a rope swing is going to be tricky. Undershoots the dismount to the trampoline just a little bit. We're moving right on. Get a little handful of chalk. We're on to the ring swings. Another kind of angle of it. Let's see. Coming off of the block. Tries to get a head start on the momentum. I like her idea there. Rather than going from 2 rings to 2, just treat it like a ring line. Got 50 seconds left onto the long swings. She's doing a good job about generating momentum. Nice tuck on the backswing. Big long swings will zap your energy. She's opting to skip the rings and cliffs. You know she wants to try this crux obstacle. It's not every day that you get to go on this one. She's going from opting for the step through method. Fantastic mount. It's gonna be close. She's gonna have to push. She's gonna have to push in order to get the point. See, coach is coming alive, needs to get out of there. Just barely times out in the air on the dismount. That's a great run. You can see her smiling her way out of there. Nice work out of Sutton. Gonna see some more of her family run later. Up next, we have, that is not Riker, Calia. Calia. Calia Roovaart? Roovaart? See, she has the slap chalk shorts on. Those things are pretty cool. If you haven't seen those, check them out. Those are little chalk balls. If you see those, the shorts that she's wearing, chalk up just by patting your legs. Pretty convenient. Making good time, generating momentum really quickly. Just has to get up to that jug. That's a nice catch. Now has to get to the next one. Now direction change. Gonna have to set up a direction change here. Doesn't trust the dismount. It's smart to go back to that previous component. You really want to change directions on 2 holds. Smart moves so far. Looks like she might be at a Ninja U. Our buddies over there at Ninja U. 90 seconds left. Cruising through obstacles. Big, long swings. Goes for the Lachey, taps it, fingers on it, but not quite enough. So we haven't seen this one completed yet. She definitely has time to do it. Nice big reach. Oh, it's gonna be real tricky to monkey bar. To the bottom of the shelf like that, they are allowed the entire shelf. She has allowed that post as well. She's allowed the vertical portion of the truss system. Help her get onto those cliffhangers. I like the controlled entrance into the pockets. Transitioning down to the ring. Nice big reach to the bar. Look at this dismount here. 20 seconds left. It should be enough for this one. We saw Sutton breeze through it and timeout just before. There we go. Trying to take the corner. Oh, she potentially almost has a beta break. And runs out of time. Way to attack the entire time, though. Fantastic run. Down to the starting platform now, we got another Obstacle Academy athlete, Remy. Remy darting into the course. Remy also on an intermediate team, I believe. Trains with Coach Alice. Nice smooth moves up onto the jugs. Saw a decent portion of the course completed so far. Again, it's point-based. So it's going to be interesting scoring at the end based on who completes what and how quickly. We've seen the last obstacle done. We've seen almost every obstacle in the course complete. Step 1. We've seen Remy do big moves like this before. Hangs on, gives the judge a scare. He's got another big move up. Just runs out of gas on the way upward. Now we're moving on to the obstacle we haven't seen done yet. This is the only one we haven't seen completed. So the difficulty score is definitely going to be high. See Remy building up as much swing as possible here. Where you reach to, it looks like where you reach to here is very important. We saw some kids reach to the top. Which certainly is the play, I would say. Reaches out, taps it. We got another one. Headed into the drive zone, the drive-through. Here we go, Remy. Remy's looking experienced on this thing. Slow down. He's gonna get pulled over. The speeding ticket. Last 2 obstacles, looks like might run out of time here. The second to last obstacle, but a great run out of Remy. Nicely done, Mr. Remy. Back down on the starting platform. Looks like we got Elliott. Elliott hopping into action. Another elite athlete. We got to coach Elliott for a little while. Now he's coached by one of our camera operators, Mr. Jerry. We'll see what kind of job Mr. Jerry is doing coaching here. Elliott's looking pretty comfortable. Nice momentum generation. Nice change of direction on swinging components. Nice pace. Elliott's somewhat of a jokester during practices. He's definitely an athlete. You can tell by the way he's moving. Tell he's not slowing down. On the jumbo rings, comfortable dismount. He could be the first. Could be the first one we see take this obstacle down. Goes for the top of the shelf. See the wheels turning here, even as he matches. He's nicely done out of Elliott. We've seen them all, folks. We've seen them all completed. We have yet to see them all completed in a row successfully. Elliott nicely into the cliffs. He's got just a hair over a minute. He's trucking along. He is going to have to go pretty quick from here on out.
Nice, Elliott.
50 seconds. He's not going to be allowed many extra swings. He's not going to be allowed time to shake out. Catch his breath. Let's see. Smart mount of the wheelchair here. Trying to figure it out mechanically. Nicely done. The little back up forward move. He's got 25 seconds. We could potentially, if he is fast with no extra swings, we could see this done. That extra swing might have done. He's going to have to be quick. Come on, Elliott. Go, go, go. Just over 10 seconds. Going to have to go right now and no extra swings. He can lâcher here. He does have enough. That could have been it. The singular extra swing might have been what timed him out, and he times out. Elliott, no, he was so close. You can see him hands to head. That's about as close as you can get. You can see the crowd coming to life out there. A one extra swing. It's great work out of Elliott. Down on the starting platform, we got Henry Saggau. Henry, nice jump out. Getting tips from coach on where to go. Great swing tech so far. Looks really comfortable on all the different elements and movements he's been exposed to so far. He's reaching right away, he's being real efficient. Sets up a direction change. Let him cook. I like that shirt. Henry absolutely cruising to this point. After Elliott's run, we've seen everything unlocked. I think the beta that he used here was optimal. You can see Henry was tempted to reach to the bottom. We saw that mistake made a lot earlier. So we've seen this one done. Plenty of power. Just has to get out of there. Really seeing a good run put together so far. He's cruising along. Got plenty of time. Might even be a little bit faster, I think, than Elliott was to this point previously, by maybe 10 seconds or so. Comfortable dismount into the drive zone. Smart, super smart. Changing the direction of it early. It's kind of a trade-off because you want to change the direction, but you want to be able to get into it as well. Looks like he's been just training his chair tech. See how meta chair tech becomes after this. Really looking good so far, I think. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think this could be the run that does it. So he is allowed both posts that this angled balance beam is attached to. Doesn't need them. Little over 20 seconds left. Looks like this is the last catch he has to make, and he's good. He just has to dismount out of there, and then we get our first finisher in the kids division. With time to spare, walking off smooth. That is a nice run out of Henry. Up next, we have our last runner of the wave. That one went pretty quick. We got Myles. Myles taking off into the course, so we just got to see the course taken down in its entirety for the first time. That run's going to be tough to beat. But Myles is hopping into action quickly. One clean dismount after another. Big pulls. Nice swing generation. Minute in, takes a fall on the jugs. That one is tricky. As soon as you let go with one hand, they are going to tip.
Big kick, Myles. Big. Bigger. Way bigger. Fast.
Doesn't look like he lost any steam so far despite the fall. But Judge Skinny is ready for him on the catch. Doesn't even need him. Looks like on the jumbo rings. Starting to set up for a dismount from the jumbo rings. Still picking up all the points he can. About 80 seconds left. Gonna start obstacle 6.
Hurry up, Myles. Go. Go, bud. Come on, Myles. Reach for that ring.
Take another athlete out of Ninja U.
Big. Nice. Oh, you're okay?
Smart to go back to the first ring to realign.
Good job, Myles.
Going to cooperate with him a little bit better this time and on to the shelf.
Good job.
Nice catch on the top of the shelf, reaches down to the undercling portion on the reverse catch. Big power to the pumpkin, not quite enough. Has about 35 seconds left. This would be a good point to pick up. Comes up short into the drive zone. Smart. I was waiting for somebody to do that rather than try to navigate around. It came down to the very last runner to try to make it happen.
Keep going. Keep going. Almost there, bud. Go there. Right there.
And there he's getting close. Nice job out of Mr. Myles. We got less than 10 seconds left. Can you pick up one more point? I like that he has remained in the attack zone. No, and he just tumbles back. He runs out of time. Way to attack until the absolute very end. You can see the crowd's giving him a nice warm round of applause. That's fantastic work out of Mr. Myles. Well, thanks everybody. That is the end of the kids division here, and now we're going to tally up our scores, make sure that everything was entered correctly, grab our awards, and we will see you down on the floor for the podium in just a sec. All right, everybody, we are back down to the floor. Let's see how these scores shook out. It's going to be interesting. Sutton! Fourth place, and in third place we got Nina. Big old smiles coming out. Second place, we got Jayla. Number 1, Calia. High quality podium. Smiles all around. Fantastic work, gals. Third place for the boys. We got Christopher. Scoring some hardware. Second place, almost squeezing a finish in. We got Elliott. Champion of the day for the boys division with the big box jump. Henry, he cooked. Went out there cooking. A couple little fist bumps and some smiling and some flexing. Straining for that flex. See how long that flex can go. The brother and sister podium. Nino is much more excited about that than Christopher, it looks like. Excellent, excellent work. Kids division, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Up next, we have the mature kids. It's going to take us a couple minutes to switch the course over to the mature kids layout. Stay tuned in. We'll see you soon.